Alrighty, it is 9:51 in the morning, and I have misbehaved greatly and have not gone to bed yet. But the only thing that I have actively worked on since the last time you saw me was FTZ, and I don't think I added that to my whole total. I did not. But I wrote 100 words in FTZ, which doesn't do much to my written count, but I had already met my goal for the day before then, so I'll add that really quick. But that does bring my total for the day to 5,306 words. Hooray! I have also worked on Voice of the Wild Places Z, but I've literally only written like 4 sentences since then, and then I got distracted by one of the Bo Austin books and reading through the chapters, so I didn't accomplish anything else. That's okay. Also, I do know that tomorrow I will be babysitting the baby of one of my friends from high school, and I'll be gone from around 8 in the morning until sometime after 4 p.m. I'm going to take at least one, hopefully 2-hour nap in the morning before that, so I'm going to lose a lot of writing time. That's okay. I believe I'm going to bring my tablet and my charger, sorry for that darkness there, in hopes of getting some writing done in between the baby. In between, you know, I'm assuming naps and stuff like that. She's going to explain everything to me that he currently does and what he needs and what his schedule is tomorrow morning around 8 when she picks me up. So that's going to be fun. Also planning on taking a book with me so I can read and finally get some reading in. Usually only do that when I go shopping. So that'll be something. If I don't meet the writing goal tomorrow, that is okay. I am expecting not to meet it, and I can always add the words that I don't do and put them onto the next day. I am like 3 days ahead, at least 2 days I think, ahead of where I need to be at this point in the month, so it's not a huge deal if I don't make it that day, tomorrow, but we will see how things go. And I'm just making sure to update you here with an actual spoken part in case I wake up late today and don't get to talk to you again before everybody comes back home. But I'm also planning, after I wake up, hopefully I wake up at 2:30-ish, although it would be closer to probably 3, because I would like to get not 2:30, sorry, sometime after noon-ish, now at this point probably closer to about 1 p.m., because I'm trying to sleep for 2 hours because I'm much less exhausted when I've slept for 2 hours rather than 4 or 5, so we're going to try that out and see how that works for me again. But if I actually wake up to my alarms and or if my alarms actually go off, the plan when I wake up is to do more of the tasks that I've been doing. There are 2 of them that are active on my profile at the moment. Both of them are sentence tagging. You highlight a part of the sentence and you tag it to what it relates to. And I'm going to work on some of those since I have met my written count for the day. And then at some point I will quickly cycle through Voice of the Wild Places Z, Fallen Blues, Pittman's Legend King, The Dealer, Initiate the Boys, JTS, Bludgeoning Caitlin MacLeod, Books and Badges, Untitled Mysteries, or Stuff and Things Count, and then Man of Darkness, and as long as everything goes okay, I should finish that today with the last 4 chapters. And then I also need to finish filming a Man of Darkness video at some point. I haven't done that for the past 2 times that I have worked on the book. So, hooray to all of that. I'm going to go ahead and rinse out my coffee cup and go to sleep and go from there. And again, hopefully I'll be up in about 2 hours-ish, depending on how long it takes me to fall asleep, closer to 2.5 to 3 hours. But regardless, I will give you guys an update as soon as I have one. Hopefully it will be in the afternoon, but if I wake up late, sometime in the evening. But I have stuff to do today, but since I've met my writing goal, that part is pretty relaxed from here on out for the rest of the day. So I will see you at some point. Alrighty, it is 10:56 p.m. and I just finished working on The Bludgeoning of Caitlin McLeod, and I wrote 100 and, if my app would click on it, 86 words in that. Here we go. I don't expect to get to Man of Darkness today, or at the very least I don't expect to finish it today, and that's fine. I was just busy with other stuff longer than I expected to. My sister and I played Minecraft after she got back, so I didn't do any writing during that time period, and then things have just been slow since. But I still need to work on books and badges and the stuff and things count, and then I can make my way around to Man of Darkness. But on Untitled Mysteries, I think I would like to hit the 2,087 words, so I will just finish Man of Darkness tomorrow morning at some point before I take my nap. That is the plan, I think. But I'm going to pack up my stuff in here and move out to the living room, and then I will give you guys another update with books and badges and Untitled Mystery stuff sometime before midnight. Alrighty, it is currently 2:55 in the morning on August 16th, and I haven't done much for a little bit, but I'm still going to go ahead and update you on what I have. I started with Untitled Mysteries, and I added 632 words to that, and instead of working to meet the goal, I moved on to editing because I wanted to make sure I had Man of Darkness done this morning before I went to sleep, or took a nap or something. And I did finish it. I edited all 4 chapters, but I don't have a word count for you on the finalized count or the chapter count that I just edited today, because I'm editing on my tablet, because obviously I only work on the desktop during the day, and because the correction count is over 100 at this point, it's running very, very slow, and the idea of highlighting it and grabbing it and dragging it all the way down through 4 chapters was just too much for me, because it would have taken forever, and there was a great chance that partway through it would have frozen up and docs would have crashed, or any of the above. So at this point, I'm going to either go back to Untitled Mysteries or take a nap. I'm not 100% sure. I still have about 50 minutes until I take my thyroid meds, so I might sleep until then. Basically, the goal is to get any sleep in my system at all. You know. And I'm also planning on taking a shower this morning to wake me back up, hopefully. Sometimes showers make me sleepy, but I'm hoping that if I take a shower and give myself enough time to play a game afterwards, that it will wake my brain up. So the goal is to take a shower sometime before 6 o'clock, and then be able to game from like 6 or 6:30 up until sometime before 8, give or take. And then in between that, doing writing or something. But we'll see how that goes. I'm also not 100% sure if I'll have internet at my friend's house that I'm babysitting for, because I didn't ask, because I felt like that was a weird question. But that will determine what kinds of things I do at her house. I'm going to update all of my books. I'm going to make sure they're all available offline on my tablet, and go from there. But like, if I don't have internet, I won't be able to do like research if I run into an issue that needs to be researched. And that means that for my stuff and things count, I'll only be able to do Untitled Mystery stuff, which isn't a huge deal. There's some research that I still need to do this month, or that I still want to do this month, but if I don't get to it, it's no biggie. But again, I don't fully expect to meet the writing goal today, and that's fine. I met the editing goal, so that's something. But I will give you guys an update if I have one to give you at any point, but otherwise the plan is mostly to make sure to sleep at least a little bit here and there, take a shower, and go from there. I'm probably going to find something at some point to pack my stuff up into. I might find one of my old like satchel type bags. I wish I had a satchel, that would be so cool. But that's what I'm going to put like my notebooks and my tablet in and stuff. I don't know 100% how much time I'll have to do that, but he's only 9 months old, so he will have naps, and I'm going to be there for several hours, so he'll have at least one nap while I'm there, presumably. And I should be able to write or read during that nap. But I have a book I'm going to take with me, and I have my writing stuff that I'm going to take with me, so we'll see what happens, and regardless, I'll update you at some point. And no matter what happens with writing, I will make sure to get a Man of Darkness count to you before the end of the day. It will just be sometime after I come back home, which will be sometime after 4 p.m. So I'll see you at some point, regardless of what happens. Alrighty, it is 9:08 in the morning, and I've been here babysitting for about the last hour. Things are pretty chill so far. He mostly just walks around and plays with toys and pulls magnets off the fridge, and then tries to stick them to my leg and quickly realizes that I'm not magnetic. But he's very, very chill so far. He's currently just playing with one of his toys under the computer desk. So, it's pretty easy so far. Although I am very on edge. I'm constantly looking over my shoulder to make sure that he's not getting into anything. I've only been writing for about 8 minutes, but I am working on Untitled Mysteries and going from there. I have internet, so my tablet's connected. Everything will update to Google Docs, no issue, and we're gonna go from there. I'm just going to work on this for a while. I didn't bring all of my notebooks or anything. The only thing I brought for certain is something for Fallen Blues and something for Initiate the Boys, but I didn't bring any of my pens. So if I write any further than what's already on the checklist, I can't add anything to it. Hi, buddy. So we'll just see what happens, but I'm pretty much just going to be balancing between writing and watching him. And then I will update you guys when I have anything, but I feel like I'm going to spend most of my time on Untitled Mysteries and see what happens. I might do some research at some point. I don't know. I'm here until at least 4, probably closer to 4:30 by the time my friend gets home. But we'll see, and I will do my best to update you guys at some point. Alright, it is 3:53 in the afternoon. My friend came home an hour early from work because I was having problem hour with the baby. I dealt with an hour of screaming and crying after a failed nap. Before I caved and called and asked her if she could come home or tell her that I didn't know what to do. So she ended up taking an hour off earlier than planned, and now I'm here. I did work a little bit on Untitled Mystery. I haven't recorded in my app. I don't know how many words it was, but I know it was a lot. A lot of my day was spent following him around and trying to keep him away from things that he shouldn't be touching, and trying to get him down for a nap and trying to make him eat and so on and so forth. So I'll update you on that when I wake up, but I am going to go to sleep because I'm exhausted. My joints are sore. I've been carrying him around for like the last hour and a half. So I'm going to go to sleep and hope for the best. It'll probably throw off my sleep schedule, but I'm going to hopefully be up, I don't know, by 5 or 6. Hopefully. We'll see. But regardless, I'm going to do that, and I'll see you guys at some point in the evening.